Hello, everyone. It's Lee. As you can see, it's the morning of Sunday, September 5th. I am here in Craiova, Romania still. I've been in quarantine since we first got here on August 13th. I've been in quarantine for about a month. Been in this property the entire time. I wanted to share an update. Some things that I've gotten out of this and that I really wanted to share for those who have me added on Facebook and whatnot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had a blog. I wrote about this and everything. I was so excited to get to meet the people here in Craiova. As soon as I got here, I was so excited to get to grow in those relationships, to get to tell them my love for Jesus and really get to be a light to them and find ways that I can serve the people here. And as you can probably tell, I didn't get to do a lot of that. We've about approximately a week left, here in Craiova, Romania. And it's something I wrestled with. And I was like, God, what's going on? Like, we get here, by the way, really crazy how we got here. It's a long story that I don't really need to get into, but so Romania at a certain deadline in terms of how people can enter the country. And so I think the US became a red country or something according to Romania. And so there was a certain deadline that people could come in without having to be quarantined mandatorily. And so we missed that cutoff by an hour when we first got to Romania. And so that was a miracle in itself that we were able to get here and get to our missions host home and not have to quarantine at, like twice. We probably have to quarantine twice. One mandatorily, probably government mandated, and then here. So I'm really thankful that everything worked out. It was a very smooth transition from the United States to Romania. It was a long one, but it was just smooth nonetheless. We were always moving, getting to where we are. It took us about 26 hours or so to finally step foot on the property here, from the moment we left Gainesville, Georgia, to the moment we stepped here in this missions house. So that was good. But the part I wanted to share was I was so excited to do all these things and get to serve the Lord and his children here and get to be a light to them. And needless to say, I didn't get to do that. And it's something I wrestle with. And God's used this time of like refining for me to be able to like know that He's in control. His sovereignty and the way He works is beyond our understanding. The scripture that I think of is Proverbs 3:5-6. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Yeah, His ways are beyond my understanding quite often. And just because I feel like this is how I think, not what God thinks, well, how I think things should be going, does not mean it's the good, right way. And God's way is the really, truly good and right way. But where it took me a long time to really admit it. My flesh did not want to. My personal, really pride, or whatever you want to call it, did not want to admit that God was using it for good. And He certainly did. He's used this time to spend time with Him, to get to like go through these like wrestling questions, like why am I in quarantine? There's 5 of us left here. I've been one of the 5 people out of about 30 of us who stay back and not be able to leave because I've been tested positive for COVID. By the way, I've been feeling great. I just don't, obviously we can't go out there and get other people sick, and that would be awful. And so I wanted to go out still. Um, but I've gotten to have this time with the Lord, and knowing that He's using me right here, right where I am, to serve people here that are still in quarantine, to try to be a light to them. And they've been a light to me too. And so like we've been able to serve each other and love each other, and find ways to do that well for each other. I've gotten to do other things as much as I can. I know that often in the moments where it's hard or difficult or things make no sense, that God ends up using it for good. And sometimes it takes a while for us to really look back and see that. But I can so clearly see His faithfulness and how He uses things for good through my past in my life, and knowing that I know He's going to use it for good, even though it makes no sense right now or in the future. Things are hard. Like, life's not meant to be easy or nice. Life's not. Like Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. There's another translation in the ESV where it says tribulation. The word uses tribulation. Like, Jesus didn't say life was supposed to be easy. He said, as a matter of fact, there's going to be hard things in your life. But, the world is going to hate us, but to know it hated Him first. And I don't know, He didn't say things are going to be easy. And it's good. I'm really thankful that for those times of tests and trials, because I grow closer to Him. I learn something from them. And I know He uses it for good. I know He does, and He always will. But I'm really thankful for this time. Even though I was really excited to go out there. And I will tomorrow. Tomorrow, Monday, September 6th, I get to leave the property here and get to go out. And I've been really excited. I'm really excited. And it's going to be great. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. I want to share some scripture here that was coming to my mind as well. It's really cool. If y'all have ever read the book of Job, it's a really cool book. You should read it. For those who have or read it or who don't know a lot, Job had everything taken away from him, and God's like, He's still gonna be faithful to me. And Job was, but Job wrestled with, I think, trying to understand God's sovereignty and that. So I want to read this part. At the end, the Lord answers Job towards the end of the book, and he gets eventually everything back and multiplied, right? So chapter 38 in Job, start from verse 1 through, we'll go through verse 7. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, "Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Dressed for action like a man, I will question you, and you make it known to me. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? On what were its bases sunk, or who laid its cornerstone? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy." Sons of God. I had been doing some research. It's really interesting. The sons of God, it refers to the members of the heavenly court surrounding God's throne. Like, God made all of that, and how He works. Why do we need to know? Honestly, I would even go as far as to say, I don't want to know. That would bring me a lot of overwhelming stress if I knew it was going to happen, and just wouldn't be fun, realistically. So, like, thinking of it from that perspective, and knowing God uses everything for good, and for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. And yeah, I wanted to share this. It's been hard. I'm a very extroverted person. I like to go out and run down streets and get energy out, talk to people, get to know people, and that's what's hard. But God's really allowed me to use this time with Him and to be with people here who are still in quarantine. And also, I'm really thankful for the people who've served us in quarantine, because there's only so much we can do. Everyone else in the squad has been such a massive help, and and they've really done a lot for us and, sacrificed their time that they could be, doing something else for us. And I don't know, I'm just really thankful for every single person who's helped us. And if you're watching this, people here with me in this Craiova area, love you guys, and I'm really thankful for all the help you've been giving. So thanks, y'all. Yeah, I want to share this encouragement. I'm doing well. Today's my last day in quarantine. It's Sabbath. Spend time with the Lord today. But I wanted to give this update. I'm probably gonna post it on Facebook. Yeah. So everyone back home in the United States, I miss you all. I'm doing great. I hope everyone else is doing well. And I'm looking forward to updating y'all next time I see you. Bye.